Hi everyone. I wanted to do this video in a while now because it's been something that's been annoying me. Anytime I try and express that I work as a healer, I notice online that I try and talk about the work that I do as a healer. I get straight away I get people jumping on with comments about how I'm not a professional, that I'm not a medical professional, I'm not qualified to speak about certain health issues and things like that. So, and I always explain that I'm a former E.M.T, emergency medical technician, that's the ambulance service. So that my training involved a lot of medical stuff actually, like emergency situations like choking, heart attacks, asthma, things like that. I was trained and qualified to deal with those emergency situations. So I have a grounding in emergency medicine. And if that's not professional, I don't know what is, you know. I also did training as a healer in things like reiki and emotional freedom therapy, and so I have actually spent years and a lot of money pumped into getting my qualifications. And I always notice that doctors and nurses never come under these kind of attacks, that their qualifications or training are not valid. You know, just because I say I'm a healing guide, okay, I'm not a healer. The healer is God, okay, so let's get that straight. But I'm the intermediary between, say, a person who needs healing and God who can give the healing. So that's really what I like to do. It's been something I've been doing since I was a child, but I just never, I had to hide it actually as a child that I had that gift, because it wasn't safe in the time that I grew up, and to admit you had. And it feels sometimes like society is not really changing on this topic much, because people still are not, you know, I absolutely understand if people don't want to come to me for healing sessions, if their beliefs are that, you know, it will not work, because your beliefs are very strong. If you believe something won't work, it won't work. If you believe it will work, it will work. But people don't have a right to knock my qualifications, you know. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. I have a book here, right? You see the book? Okay. Now, I've only started reading that book, so I judge that book just by the cover, okay? I just thought, oh, maybe that's a good book, you know. So people come along and they haven't made any appointments with me. They've never met me. They've never had any interaction with me. And yet they say that I can't do my job well. Okay, that's it's also a bit like passing a restaurant on the street and saying, "Oh, that restaurant is terrible. The service is terrible. The food is terrible," and they've never even passed by the door. You know, that's the analogy I would use for these people who just are naysayers, and they just want to attack. You know, people that they've no right to attack. Okay, there are charlatans out there. I'll be the first to admit that. I, in my time, have gone to people who were not genuinely healing guides. But and I actually know of a case in South America of a lady who she claims to be able to cure diabetes, and when people go to her for healing, she gives people Coca-Cola, which is the worst thing ever for someone with diabetes. But yeah, there are, as I said, there's charlatans out there. But can you tell me that every single doctor or nurse that you've ever met in your life have been genuine as well? You know, in every walk of life, there are people who are genuinely setting out to help other people, and there are people who are genuinely setting out to take everything they can get from you. So, you know, you have to make a clear distinction there and not treat everyone, just not say all across the board, okay, you're all fakes, you're all charlatans, you're all this, you're all that, and knocking people for no good reason. Because in every profession, in every walk of life, there are people who are fakes, who are gangsters, who are exploiters. Okay, I'm not one of them. So I would like people to stop attacking me when I try and explain my work. Okay, all I'm trying to do is reach out and help people. That's what I want to do, and I do not make a lot of money at what I do. And there was a time even when I used to work for free. I no longer can work for free for the simple reason that I have to put food on the table like everyone else. You know, we don't live in a free world, unfortunately. So, but my fees are very low. Okay. So I'm not setting out to take advantage of anyone, absolutely anyone. My heart is in the job, and I answer to God for what I do. At the end of the day, we all answer to ourselves and God for what we do. And I'm just tired. I'm tired of the attacks, you know. It gets me down so much that in of all the professions in this world, people who work in healing, I find in my experience are the ones who just get left, right, and centre the mud thrown at us. And it's uncalled for, it's unfair without experiencing any of our work. Thanks.